I absolutely agree with what you're saying. I've turned up my moral compass over Boris Johnson. You know, the Garden Bridge. You're talking about his indiscretions, possibly.
Yeah.
I'll go as far as to say I'm a taxi driver. He was the one who allowed a certain minicab company to come into London, and basically they've got 100,000 people. I still will back him because of Brexit.
Good grief.
He's the only politician that, besides Mr Farage, but he hasn't got the infrastructure to actually win an election, that he's the only politician that will deliver Brexit. Now, that is the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Over my finances, over my country. I want to put my country before my party or before my work.
Well,
That's how strong I feel about...
By putting an adulterous liar in charge of it?
Absolutely.
How does that work, Gary?
It works because of...
Just in a nutshell, how do you think it is good for your country to put a proven liar in charge of it?
Because Brexit is the biggest thing for my country that I can think of.
What if he lied about that?
Lifetime. Pardon?
What if he lied about that?
That's an opinion, James.
No, it's a question, Gary.
No matter what he says or what he's done in the past, if he delivers Brexit for me, I'm happy.
Yeah, but what if he lied about Brexit?
I'm happy.
You're happy being lied to?
No, not really.
So what if he lied about Brexit? I mean, we already know that the figure on the side of the bus was a lie, don't we?
No, I don't think it was a lie.
Well, he's admitted it was.
No.
So either he lied to you when he told you, or he lied to you because it's down to 250 million down in his own press releases.
The bus made absolutely no difference to my way of voting.
I didn't say it did. I just pointed out he already lied. He already lied.
But the Remainers lied as well, so I'm sorry, it works both ways.
No, it doesn't, does it? Because if
the Remainers said we'll have 800,000 unemployed as soon as we vote,
and if whoever said that had questions, if whoever said that had questions to answer about the allocation of public money while in office, then I would be leading calls for them to be held to account. You're on national radio saying I don't care what he's done.
I don't, because
that's fine.
Brexit. No, so he's a leader of a political party that can deliver Brexit. Yeah. The Labour Party cannot deliver Brexit. It won't deliver Brexit. The party's completely been taken over by momentum that won't allow Brexit to happen.
Before you go, what is it you're most looking forward to about Brexit, Gary?
What I'm most looking forward to is basically the right to govern our own country.
And where do you think that right is most absent at the moment? What do you point at as the areas where we can't govern our own country? Bearing in mind Boris Johnson has shut down Parliament because it had too much power. Yeah.
I disagree with what I'm trying to say, James. I disagree with him on so many issues, and
but you agree with him that we have to leave the European Union to govern our country. Although I've never heard him say that in public with a straight face. So just point me towards the bits of our country that we can't currently govern.
Our own laws.
Which laws?
Any laws.
Yeah, name one.
Our freedom of information.
Freedom of information, you think, is because of the European Union? No,
it's not. It's also...
So what then? Why have they got different laws in Scotland from what we've got in England if they all come from Brussels, Gary?
James, the biggest thing is we're not debating over Brexit. My mind's made up. I'm never going to change. So...
it's all right. You don't have to change your mind. You just have to answer my question. If our laws come from Brussels, why are there different laws in Scotland from the ones in England?
Because on certain laws, they can make their own laws.
Right. So what laws can't we make?
We can't send a terrorist back because European courts of
European Court of Human Rights has nothing to do with the European Union, Gary. And which terrorist are you thinking of?
Abu Hamza.
He's gone.
Yeah. How long did it take to have him to be gone?
You just said he couldn't go. I just pointed out it had nothing to do with the European Union.
How many years was he in prison? And we were feeding him and clothing him and looking after him. And that's
why you want to leave the European Union?
No, that's one reason.
Except it's not, Gary. It's not a reason, because it's not true. He's not here. Yes, go on.
Right. The main reason I want to leave the European Union,
yes,
that my father and my family fought in the war not to be taken over by a foreign power.
Yes, but we've just established that we haven't been taken over by a foreign power.
But we have, in my opinion.
And then I ask for some evidence, and you say something about Abu Hamza, mate. That's what Boris Johnson has done to you. That's what he's done to you.
You asked me a question of what you asked me that question.
Yeah.
I could give you other examples.
Go on, then. Go on, then.
We don't control our own borders.
Yeah, go on then.
I just said it. We don't control our own borders.
Well, who does?
500 million people are entitled to come to this country.
500 million people are entitled to come to Germany or France or Belgium,
exactly,
or Portugal or Spain, unless the government introduces its own right to insist that if you haven't got a job after 3 months or enough money to prove that you can support yourself independently, they can ask you to go back to your country of origin, Gary. But you knew that, right?
They can. But we've got 2 million illegal immigrants in this country anyway.
And what's that got to do with the European... How do you know they're illegal if we're not controlling our borders, Gary?
Because you know as well as I do they are.
Oh, mate. So just to be clear, what could he do? Could he shoot someone on Goldhawk Road and he'd still have your vote?
That's going a little bit too far.
Why? But, you've already revealed that your moral compass is shot to pieces and that you're supporting and you support a liar. Because
I don't support him at all.
Yes, you do.
I don't like him one little bit.
No, you do support him.
But he's the only politician
who can deliver the Brexit that you can't explain why you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You got me there.